It's Wednesday, May the 13th. Welcome to your Wednesday workout. See what we have on the board for you this morning? Alrighty guys, so I promised you a little bit of squatting today and look what we got. We got some squatting. So we have 40 air squats. Okay, we have a 200-meter run and we've got 50 double unders. That's one round. We're going to try and perform one round every 5 minutes and we're going to do 3 rounds in total. Right. So what you'll know, as soon as you see this like built-in rest time, it means it's some kind of an interval session. We're trying to get as much work, as hard as we can, as fast as we can out of this part of the work. You give yourself enough, a little bit of rest, and then you get to go again. So the opportunity here is to try and drive your heart rate up as much as possible. Okay. So the 40 air squats. If you're not doing air squats, or if 40 air squats is too much, you can scale those repetitions down, scale them down to 20, scale them down to 30. If you need to make this a little bit harder, add some weight. Find a 5-liter water jug or 5-liter water bottle. If you've got a dumbbell or a plate or something heavy that you can use, hold almost like a goblet squat. Use your goblet squat to make your 40 air squats a little bit more spicy in the legs. Okay. Then you're going to go out. As soon as you're done, you're going to go out for a 200-meter run. You're going to try and make sure you've got space where you can run, or you're doing shuttle runs if you haven't got enough space to run, but you can do shuttle runs. You're going to try and run the 200 meters as hard as you can. If you're not running, you haven't got space for running, we're going to do 30 sit-ups. Okay, so you may lose a bit of cardiovascular intensity because you're not running. It's fine, just go for the sit-ups. Make sure you can do the work for your lungs and your legs over there. And then we've got 50 double unders. If you've got double unders, do your double unders. If you haven't, do 100 skips. Or what we can do is either object toe taps, which we've done before, or we can do jumping over a line to keep that heart rate up. That's going to be one round, as much work as you can. You know, rest the remainder of the 5 minutes, however long it takes you to do this. At the 5-minute mark, you go again, and you do 2 more rounds, 3 rounds in total. Okay, let's have a look at our movement options, or just our movements generally. So for air squats, what we're looking for today, same as normal, feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Okay, toes pointed out a little bit. Make sure when you squat that first movement doesn't come from the knees. We want the movement to come from the hips. So from there, hips press back, knees press open, nice and deep in the squat. Press, stand up. We are going to be doing some mobility as part of our Squat Better project number 7 today. So before we get to the workout, you'll be nice and warm in the hips. But remember, hips back, squat, press, 40 air squats. If you need to do less, do less. If you need to hold something, hold it in front, and then you're holding your weight or a dumbbell or your water jug, 5 liters, and you're pressing back and you're holding the weight in the front for your squats. 40 air squats. 200-meter run. 200-meter run, you're going to go nice and hard. Run as hard as you can. If you haven't got a flat 200 meters, do 10-meter shuttle runs. Do 20 of those to hit your 200 meters. If you haven't got that, you can do sit-ups. Remember your sit-ups, you're doing this. And toes, tuck in, touch. Chin tucked in, touch. Chin tucked in, touch. Sit-ups. Another option, okay, which could get your heart rate up a little bit more, is also do something like a mountain climber. You put up 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do that for a minute. Okay, the run should take you about a minute. We did 200-meter runs yesterday. Do mountain climbers for a minute. That will get your heart rate up just as much, and it'll work your core. Double whammy. Then we do 50 double unders. If you're not doing double unders, we have got single unders. If you're not doing that, we do 60 jumping over a line. So you can do these, feet together, knees together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over a line. If you feel like going sideways, you can go sideways over a line. And if you want to do toe taps, just a small step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to do that on a toe tap, some kind of an object that you can just touch your toes. It doesn't have to be very big. Okay, the bigger the object, the more work it's going to be. And that's the workout. Squats, run, skip, rest. 3 rounds every 5 minutes. Or 1 round every 5 minutes, but 3 rounds in total. Okay guys, that's the workout. Remember, we're doing the unloaded version today. The loaded version today is slightly heavier squats, slightly less squats, but slightly heavier. Still doing 100-meter run, and we're looking for double unders as well. So the only thing that's more difficult on your fully loaded and your partially loaded are heavier squats today. Okay. Let's have a look at your workout. Okay guys, so you warm up. 5 minutes, get warm, go for a run, jump on the bike, run around the garden, 5 minutes of getting that heart rate elevated. Then we're going to do 10 shuttle runs. So we're going to get that 10-meter shuttle run across the garden, down the road, come back in. Running forwards there, backwards back, forwards there, backwards back, preferably will give you slightly better stimulation in terms of warming up the legs. Then we do 10 up and overs for our first one. So up and over. What we're looking for, stomach nice and tight, step over the fence, over, over, 2, over, 3, over 4, okay? Do 5 each side, do 10 in total, just a bit of extra mobility in the hips. Then we go back into shuttle runs, shuttle run there, shuttle run back, come back inside, we're doing on the spot high knees, okay? So if high knees is too much for you, do small little runs first, okay? If you can do higher, on the spot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, on the spot, high knees. It's going to jack your heart rate up, okay? Then number 3, 10 shuttle runs, backs and forwards, and we're doing 10 strict sit-ups. So strict sit-up, and we're less of a butterfly. Feet have to stay flat on the floor, right? Heels stay down. You come inside, touch, and you're keeping your hand behind your head. So coming up, feet on the floor, touch, back to the head, roll up, touch, feet on the floor, hop, 2, 3 on the floor, 10 start, try again, hop, touch. And those are your strict sit-ups, touching the toes. 10 strict sit-ups. Your last one, shuttle runs, backs and forwards again, 10 times or 20 times. You've got 10 meters. And we are doing plank shoulder taps. So plank shoulder taps on the side. Now strong plank position. Don't let the hips move from side to side. Touch, 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 touch. Remember to engage those abdominals and rib cage as much as you can. Keep the body nice and still. Shoulder blades back and sit. Touch each side. Those are your plank shoulder taps. And that's number 4. And that should get you really nice and warm. Squat better project, number 7 today. So number 7 is going back to the same one we did number 1. So we're going to look at a little bit of mobility. Okay, squat, the session number 1, squat project is just about getting mobility in the hips, getting a deeper squat, opening up the hips and the glutes. So we're going to start with a long lunge stretch first. So you can step back, right? Back knee comes up off the floor, make sure the back leg's nice and straight, hands on the floor, and we go backs and forwards 10 times. You're trying to drop the hip as low as you can. When you're done, knee's going to come down to the floor and press your knee out the side. 10. Pressing out, really work that range of movement. Let the body move from side to side. Come back inside. Once you've done that, other side up again. Okay, back leg nice and straight, knees off the floor, stretches in this hip here, backs and forwards, 10 times in the hips. Right, 3, 2, 1. Back knee is going to come down, hand comes a little bit wider, and shift the weight across, and try and get the work into this hip capsule, opening up the hips. Okay, and all of this is going to allow you to get into that better squat position. All right, so that's the first little part of your squat mobility. The second one, we're going to do a warrior pose. So you're going to be holding bottom of a squat position. So from here, nice and deep squat, you're going to hold, let your hips drop nice and deep. And then what you do is you're going to hold, you're going to press your knees open, and you're going to turn to the side. Breath, 3, 2, 1, and back down. You're going to set a 3-second pause at the top. Turn to the other side. Press, 3, 2, 1, back to the side. Push your knees open, try and keep the weight in the heels, knees open, drop the hips a bit deeper so it's stretching here and here. You're driving those knees a bit wider, turn, stretch, 3, 2, 1. One more time, other side, stretch, 3, 2, push your knees open, 1, back to the side, stretch out. And we're doing, again, 10 times each side, 5 times each side, okay. Work the bottom of the squat. Last one, we're doing a 30 seconds hold at the bottom of the squat. And we're going to come down to here. Squat, knees nice and deep, shoulders back, chest up. And we're going to hold. So no round backs. If you can hold the shoulders out, set the shoulders back, sit. And as you're holding, trying to get deeper, push those knees open, but deeper, knees open, deeper, knees open, knees open. Shoulders back, chest up. 30 seconds at the bottom of the squat, hands onto knees, press. That's 1 round. We're doing 2 rounds. Okay, so it may feel like another round, but that's where the work is. The work is doing another long bit of mobility. going to open those hips up even more. Okay, the second round you feel will be a massive difference to the first round. Okay, that's your squat better project, number 7. Last little bit, workout prep. We're going to do 10 air squats, 20 double unders or 20 skips, 100 meter run. We're doing 2 rounds of this. That will get you ready for the warm up. So 10 air squats, 10 air squats, do your double unders, go for your run, 2 rounds. That'll get you ready for the workout. Set your clock, set it for 5 minutes, or just make sure you're keeping an eye on the clock so that every 5 minutes you're doing a round. And do the workout. Remember to work as hard as you can, get your heart rate up, do slightly less if you need to do slightly less. Add some weight on the squats if you can add some weight. If you can't run, skip. Have an awesome Wednesday workout, and I've got something special for you tomorrow, Thursday.